IPOB is sending a warning to Tinubu's illegitimate government and administration. As other reporters have it here, the IPOB wants Tinubu government, illegitimate government, by the way, to desist from alleged judicial conspiracy against Nnamdi Kanu. According to IPOB, the alleged plan is part of a wider political and judicial conspiracy built on falsehood, intimidation, and manipulation. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has warned that no amount of political pressure or judicial manipulation can lead to the conviction of his detained leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, describing ongoing efforts to prosecute him as a waste of time. In a statement signed by spokesperson Comrade Emma Powerful, the group accused the Nigerian government under Bola Tinubu, the United Kingdom government, and a handful of morally bankrupt judicial officers led by Justice James Omotosho of conspiring to secure a sham conviction or death sentence against Kanu. So the thing I'm thinking about, what about the one that happened in Finland? Yeah, Simon Ekpa, what happened in that whole thing and whatever. You know, the thing is that, and that's the thing that the Nigerian government always does. Even if he has something, it would have destroyed it in a way that the whole thing, it will not be, they will be the ones that will end up being in the wrong, in the way they will handle it, in the way they do the thing. First of all, going to Kenya to go and arrest, Nnamdi Kanu was really wrong. What was that arrest all about? They didn't even arrest, they literally kidnapped him. And there are a lot of reports after that. It wasn't even done with the knowledge of the Kenyan government. He wasn't extradited. You could have extradited him, get the other country to bring him in. You say, yes, he jumped bail and all of that. The other thing also is that why was Nnamdi Kanu arrested in the first place? It was just someone who was talking here and then saying he wants Biafra. Now. Buhari's government decided that they were going to arrest him. And that was why God even gave him all that popularity and whatever. How many people really knew that Nnamdi Kanu was talking? It's the people that they are doing the same thing, that agitation. And it's something that, yes, and everybody has a right to that agitation. People want, if you say you don't want me in a place, you feel that I should be second-hand citizen, then let me go. This is what they call, this is narcissistic behavior. You marry a person or person marry you. You no go. You don't leave the person. You say by force, and you are not treating the person well. This is classic narcissistic behavior. That's what Nigeria is exhibiting. You are saying you don't want these people. You don't want the Biafra people. That's okay, fine. But we want to go. Let us go. And you are saying they cannot go. How is that supposed to? If you don't want them to go, then treat them very well. Let them be, feel part and parcel of the society and carry that on. Don't come and now be treating them as if they are some kind of what do I even have to call it? Some kind of slaves that are there for you, that you should be treated, anyhow, and the way that you do the things that you do. So I don't get it. All of this whole but anyway, they are now warning Tinubu, and of course, this is the time. All that thing that's happening with the Trump. Trump has entered the show as a big brother. Trump is being big brother. The indigenous people of Biafra has warned that no amount of political pressure or judicial manipulation can lead to the conviction of his detained leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, describing ongoing efforts to prosecute him as a waste of time. According to IPOB, the alleged plan is part of a wider political and judicial conspiracy built on falsehood, intimidation, and manipulation. The group, however, insisted that Kanu's mission was divinely ordained and that no human power could alter it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called by God Almighty himself. Gang, gang. Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called by God Almighty himself to lead his people out of bondage, and no mortal power, foreign or local, can alter the divine mission. IPOBs, everybody that is doing something, everybody will linking something to God. That's how somebody, let me digress a little bit. This woman came to meet me, I think it was 2019 election, 2023. Before the 2023 election, it was before 2023 election, that she, she's a bishop. that she has this thing that God told her that she's going to be the president of Nigeria. So she was coming for me for support. Like, okay, fine, that's a good thing. I'm like, these are the things you need to do. You need to campaign. You need to let people know you. There has to be facial recognition. Nigerians more. No. God has said that she's going to be the president. So she knows she's going to be the president. I should come and be on her team. Now I tell her, say, God has not told the remaining how many million of us to vote for her. So until God tell each and every one of us to join, we can't just use the one that it's she that God has told. It's not, they have not told the rest of us. So when God tell the rest of us, we enter. No, otherwise, these are the things that you need to do to be there. But what I'm just trying to say that everybody you see, everybody will say, God said, God said, God said. So, the pro-Biafra movement maintained that Kanu cannot be convicted under any valid Nigerian law, arguing that the statute under which he is being tried, the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013, has already been repealed and replaced by Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. So this is a technical ground for which this can be argued. That whatever it is that you were charging me on before, it no longer exists. So that's more like it, that you can't go to court and be saying that God said you cannot try otherwise. You could just see yourself try, though. They will just throw you for inside jail. So bring these technicalities, and bring them out there. Citing Section 36 of Section 12 of the Nigerian Constitution, IPOB emphasized that no one can be convicted of a crime unless the offense and punishment are contained in an existing written law. So if you repeal the law, it's no longer existing. Any attempt to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under a dead law is null and void ab initio. Even the Supreme Court has held that no court can revive a repealed law. IPOB said, adding that only the National Assembly can make or restore laws, not a trial judge, and certainly not justice or more torture. In the statement, IPOB launched a scathing attack on Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, accusing him of legal ignorance and constitutional blindness. A judge who refuses to obey a Supreme Court directive to amend a defective charge is in a contempt of superior judicial authority and desecrating the very constitution he swore to uphold, IPOB alleged. It further accused the judge of performing political theater for his paymasters, warning that he was destroying his own career by persecuting a man who carries the mandate of heaven. We've not been told that mandate of heaven is coming on. No. But anyway, on a more serious note, I mean, this whole case, the Nigerian government should just move on from this whole case. It's just crazy. Although there are some who also feel passionately that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released because a lot of their they've killed a lot of their members and they feel it's the IPOB that did it and all of that. It's all of this. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, Sha, let me just leave it at here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.